Hello, Linda here from Barlates Body Blitz and little Minnie up on her scratch post. Today we are doing a special Halloween workout and I've got my prop. It's a pumpkin with little Minnie sticking out the top with a purple hat, hence the purple theme. And it actually has a really funny sound that goes along with it, but I'm not going to play it for you until the end of the workout. So keep watching to make sure you don't miss it. Today all you will need is some light hand weights. I'm using 1 kilo, which is around 2 pounds, a chair and a resistance loop, medium to heavy for lower body. We're going to get started with some cardio. Just push in on your ball or whatever you're going to use instead of my funny little pumpkin. And we're going to start doing some butt kicks with push outs. So we're going to do 40-second intervals today, 50-second intervals today with 10 seconds of rest. We'll start off with some cardio, but then the rest of the workout will be predominantly toning. So push in on your ball and make sure you're really engaging your shoulders. And if you want to increase the intensity, just go low to high. That's going to engage your lower body a lot more. Breathing. So where are you in the world? Let me know in the comments if wherever you are, Halloween is a big deal, or whether, like in Australia, it's not so much of a big deal, but there are some people that trick or treat, that decorate their front gardens, that have events like parties with dress-up costumes. So there is a little bit of that going on for sure, but I know it's definitely nothing in comparison to, say, America, where I think it didn't originate from there, but they just kind of really ran with it, didn't they? I see reels on Instagram of people really going all out. Circle around and down. Big wide steps as you get warmed up. We have quite a few children in the neighborhood, so we do always hand out some chockies for them. Let's go across and push out. How about we push up and we push low? So low and high. So this year, if you saw my recent coffee talk, I mentioned it, but this year we're going to be playing a bit of a trick, a bit of a prank on the neighborhood kids. We got some Ferrero Rocher and we're going to eat those chockies and put Brussels sprouts in the wrappers. So I think there might be a little bit of disappointment there from the children, but we're also going to give them real chocolate, so it won't be a long-lasting disappointment. Hopefully they won't egg our house. We know where most of the kids live, so we'll get you. If you're watching this and you egg our house, we're going to get you. Okay, side to side, push up overhead, and then come down, and then start sinking into it. Put a bit of hip into it. We want to warm up our obliques. Side to side. Now, if you don't know about my Linda Active channel, number one, I don't know where you've been, but half of this workout is going to be here on Barlates, and the other half is going to be on Linda Active, so that if you haven't seen that channel, you are made aware. And please, 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 once you go over there, subscribe, because I need more people over there. It's such a great channel. We're going to do a grapevine with front push and overhead. Are you still pushing in on your ball? It's such a great channel because viewers get to choose the workouts. So they're all custom viewer workouts. So if you haven't heard about that, please head on over, watch the welcome video so that you get up to date. Breathe. If you don't like the grapevine, just do 2 steps. Not much more with the standing cardio. Then we're going to do a little bit of seated work for the obliques especially, and a bit more cardio factor. Nice job. Okay, we're going to go, bring your knees in and rotate. Now pull your elbow to the back. So I'm kind of pulling on my ball now instead of pushing in. Bringing my knee to the center, rotating in opposition. So we're sitting down on the chair next. I'm going to sit on the very edge of my chair like I always do my seated chair workouts. But if you need more support, you can sit right back. I like to stay up on my tippy toes as well to get maximum instability so that I'm really firing my core. And please don't rush. When we're changing equipment, it might take a little bit and you might lose some reps, but don't worry. It's a long enough workout not to worry about these things. So grab your chair, sit on the very edge, and we're going to do a figure 8, down and down, big rotations, leaning to the side. If you want to widen your stance, you can. So it's still going to have cardio factor here, push in on the ball with both hands, but we are focusing a bit more on our waistline. Breathe. The weather is heating up here in Perth, Western Australia. Not that it gets super cold in winter, but there comes a time in spring where all of a sudden from one week to the next, the temperature jumps by 10 degrees Celsius. We're going to pull behind and up, pull behind and up, other side and up, other side and up. If you want to go faster to the beat, but you don't need to, I want your elbow behind your back. So the beauty of interval workouts is that you go at your own pace. You do not have to keep up with me. But I want tall posture here, tummy's pulled in, and really row behind. You should be feeling your shoulder blades squeezing as you row behind. Breathing. Nice job. We're going to do a twist with a knee. Twist, twist. Every third twist, you pick up your knee. Stay really tall and upright. Shoulders are down and back. Push in on the ball. So twist, twist, knee. Twist, twist, knee. All these twisting actions are really great for mobilizing through the spine as well. If you're finding it in any way jarring, picking up those knees, just keep your legs down and just keep twisting like this. Okay, we're going to grab it in one hand and we're going to twist our thumb to the back and then under. Now, stay here and just pick up that leg Really squeeze the front of your thigh, the quad. Try to keep your shoulder down and initiate the rotation from the shoulder joint, not the wrist. Starting to isolate a little bit. Warming up through those legs. Deep breaths. Try not to lower your arm. If your ball or whatever you're using is heavier, then you can lower a little bit or even bend your arm a bit. That will help. But if you can, keep it straight. Other side. Arm. So really rotate your thumb to the back. Tummies are in, sit nice and tall. Pick up that leg and rotate with a lift. I'm really just tapping my toe down here. Straighten fully behind the knee. No, shoulders near the ears, there's a big gap there, long neck. Don't drop the arm. Okay, you might need to sit further back for this one. We're going to lean and we're going to start passing the ball underneath the leg. If you want to, you can hover your legs the entire time, which is going to add up, people. The hip flexors are going to be talking to you. But if this is all too much, just this. Maybe crunch your uppers towards your lowers a little bit. Or this. You've got options here. If you're back here with me, really draw your belly button in. We're standing up after this. We're going to put the ball in between our thighs and we're going to grab our hand weights. No chair needed. Well, you might need the chair for balance. Okay, once again, don't worry about losing reps. Put that in between your thighs. Grab your weights. You won't need the chair for the first exercise. All we're going to do is come down, squeeze, and biceps. Squeeze in as you bicep curl. Now, I want your arms close by your rib cage. But your biceps are in a W shape. They're not directly out in front like you usually would. So I want you to squeeze in on your ball every time your arms come up. Now try to lift slightly further away from the body. That's going to put more of a load on your bicep. Up. And he's on the move. And if you want to, you can do a balance challenge. Lift your heels while you're squeezing. Nice job. Now we're going to keep that squeeze. Everyone lift their heels, tummies are in. We're just going to circle front and side. Now if you cannot do this with your heels lifted, stay down. Really squeeze. Or you might just want to do half on one arm and hold on with one hand. That's another option. Are you squeezing that ball? So we're using our core because of the instability element of being up on your toes. Using our upper body, shoulders and biceps particularly, and using our lower body. Multitasking. Okay, we're going to come down. Both weights are going to be into the one hand. Bring your leg in front, and we're going to do a hammer curl with a squeeze across. Squeeze across. squeeze across. So I want your inner thigh to be facing up, squeeze across. Now I want you to come bicep and then tricep. So arms slightly further back, and you can hold on with one hand if this is too wobbly for you. Belly button drawn in, chest tall and proud. I need to not put my hand on my waist in order to balance, but I'm going to do it anyway because instability fires more muscles. Push in across. Are you squeezing your tricep on the down? Okay, we're doing that to the other side. So turn up position. This leg comes across. See what I mean? I can hold on with one hand. It's kind of cheating because I didn't do it on the other side. So I might try not to. Squeeze across and down. So really think about your arms straightening at the back there to squeeze the top portion of your arm, your tricep. Squeeze, release. Okay, so this pumpkin situation is not the best with smooth leggings. I've just realized it's kind of slipping about, but I'm doing my best to keep it in place. And if you haven't heard me say it before, if you have trouble with your ball staying in place, wrap a resistance band around it. That's kind of what I should have done. Okay, lose the ball for a second, come into wide plie. We're going to do a little pulse with a side lateral for 4, and then straight arms for 4. So bend it. If you don't want to do the lower body portion, you can just hold it. 2, 3, 4. Keep your neck long. Push your shoulders down in opposition as you raise your arms. Okay, grab your pumpkin again and put it underneath one heel. We're going to come down, row for 2, across the chest for 2. Row for 2. As you do the row, palm facing front, hinging with a flat back. Row for 2, up, scoot, across. Back, chest. Think about squeezing that armpit fat area as you push that weight across the body. Little pulse through the legs, so if you want to hold it static, you can. Always hinging from the hips with a flat back, not rounding. Okay, switch it up. Mini. So hinge, row, and row, push and push. It might take a few to kind of get that flow. Slow it down if you need to. Try and keep your hips really turned out here. I'm really losing my balance. This pumpkin situation is a lot more unstable than my Pilates ball because it's kind of an odd shape. Definitely giving me a run for my money. Nice job. Okay, move that. We're going to come into a turnout position. Arms at 90. Push overhead with a little bounce. overhead with a little bounce. Now hinge and straighten. Push for 2, hinge, push for 2. Minnie is meowing non-stop. We're going to lose the weights after this and put on our loop. Okay, we don't need our hand weights anymore. Put on your loop in a figure 8. Above the knee, twist and step through. And grab your little ball. Come into a tippy toe position and just start pulsing down. Really nice upright spine. And we're just going to reach and pull. Back to lower body and obliques. If this is too much on the toes, hinge with a flat back, keeping your heels down. Or you might just want to have one toe up. That's an option as well. Nice job. So now you can have one toe down, and I want this a little bit wider. We're going to bring our arms straight, across and back, across and back. Now start to move your knee forward and back in opposition. So you're rotating through your hip joint. Rotating a little bit on the ball of your foot as well. This should feel really nice and twisting for the obliques. Weight is in the heel of your supporting leg. You don't really need to hold on here, but you can if you want to. Now we're going to put the weight in this heel and do a large range of motion, leg raise, keeping our knee to the front and bringing our ball behind our knee. So reach and stretch. So your arm should actually be starting to get pretty tired holding that ball. And if the loop is too much, just take it off. You can do the entire workout without a loop. We're changing sides. Come back up on your tippy toes, and you're going to reach and then pull down. You can either push your hip up or just keep that little pulse. I really want you to think about pulling down towards your hip. Reach and pull. Remember your option, you can be flat-footed, slightly hinging here, or just come up on the one toe. Now come wider, stay up on the one toe. We're going to bring the arm across and we're going to open and close the knee. swiveling slightly on the ball of the foot and thinking about internal and external rotation of the hip. I've got my legs wider so that I feel the loop, but if it's uncomfortable, you can definitely come in more like this. That will give you a larger range of motion for the rotation. And if your arm is getting sore, just bend it. Rotate as much as possible, holding your belly button in. Now come a little bit further away, and weight is in this heel. We're reaching over and bringing that leg up. Reach and stretch and crunch. Try to bring the ball behind your knee. You don't have to raise that leg really high. I just want you to feel the crunch in your waistline. Come. She just had some snacks and some water. Okay, the next one, we're going to put both of our heels on the ball. So both your heels on the ball, and then put your chair further away and have a flat back, and then start pulsing down. See, I'm not even holding my chair, I've just got my wrists on the chair. You want to put your heels into the ball, push your booty towards the back wall, keep your legs together, and just pulse down. Once you see it, look at the mat, don't look at me. And every time you come down, think shoot your booty back and down. If this is too uncomfortable, just come into an upright position like this. But this is where we are for now, to really just get into the thighs and the butt at the same time. Now I want you to push your heel into the ball while the other leg is just up high on the tippy toe. So stay down low, flat back, push your booty towards the back wall. Neck is long, and push into the ball with the front heel. The other one is in a high stiletto. You should be feeling your calf here. You can also do this more upright if this is bothering you at all. But I find that this stretched out arm position is actually quite comfortable, as long as you find the right positioning away from the chair. Make sure your hips are square. Okay, we're doing the same thing, but other foot on the ball. And high stiletto on the front leg this time, and pushing down. So my front leg is bent and my back leg is pretty much straight. And I'm just coming up and down as if I'm doing a calf raise on the back leg, but I am thinking about pushing down, down. Come on. That calf is really getting on fire. Now you can continue holding on. I'm just going to show you from the front. Both of your heels are going to be on the ball. You're going to come down flat-footed, hinged, come together, and other side. Okay, so you can do it without the chair, but if you feel more comfortable, you can hold onto the chair. So you're going from raised heel to flat foot, side to side. Hinging from those hips. Nice wide step, toes facing the front. Grab your chair again. Put the ball in between your thighs. Come up on your tippy toes in parallel position. And for now, just squeeze in. So you want to have your legs close together. Breathe and squeeze. Tall upright posture. Push and push. We're nearly done with this standing section, and then the next half of the workout will be on the mat, but you will need to go to Linda Active for that. The links are in the description below. We're staying here. Glue your heels together now. Push in on the ball, come down, and we're just going to tuck and release. Tuck and squeeze and release. What I mean is push your hips forward, squeeze the underside of your butt, which will initiate the push forward. Stay up high on the tippy toes if you can. Otherwise, go flat-footed and hinge forward more. Squeeze. There should be some fire happening here now. We're going to lose the pumpkin and we're going to put the loop underneath the knees for a wide plie segment. So lose the pumpkin or ball, put the loop underneath the knees and come into a turn out really wide position. We're going to pick up the heel, pick up the heel, pick up the heel, pick up the heel, come down, push, 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 push. So 4 heels, 2, 3, 4, stay down, push, push, your knees to the back. Heating up those inner thighs for the mat work. If you need to hold on here to your chair, you definitely can. Okay, we're going to do 2 large range of motion and then 2 with our fingertips pushing towards the back. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So when I push my fingertips to the back, flat back, hinging from the hips. 1, 2, 1, 2. Reaching past the line of your heels, if you can. Okay, the next interval is the last one. We're going to push onto this guy, okay? Push and push as you lift the heels, alternating heels. We finish here, and then it's mat work, but it's going to be on the Linda Active channel. Or you might finish here, maybe you just want standing today. If you do finish here, make sure you give yourself a nice stretch. Push and push. The more you push against your loop, the harder it is. Flat back, look in front of you. Come on, breathe through it. Okay guys, so that is it for the Halloween workout on Barlates Body Blitz. If you want to do the second half, head over to Linda Active YouTube channel and I will see you there. If not, see you again very soon. Bye for now.